with Saints fans more excited than any time since the Drew Brees-Sean Payton era due to the performance of rookie quarterback Tyler Shough. Draft strategy has perhaps changed. Mock drafts everywhere have had the Saints drafting quarterbacks left and right due to fans feeling that both Shough and second-year quarterback Spencer Rattler were underwhelming in their performances. But with Shough winning 2 games and inspiring hope, in particular with his last performance against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, many Saints hopeful feel that they have their quarterback of the future. Here we perform a mock draft with that in mind, focusing on other positions to surround their signal caller. Also, keep in mind the Saints' last 4 games against the Carolina Panthers, the New York Jets, the Tennessee Titans, and the Atlanta Falcons have some believing that they'll fall below their current draft position of 5th, perhaps even to 10th or 11th, with projected wins in at least 2 of those matchups. But for now, we stick to current order, which has them picking at number 5 in the first round, 36th in the second, 72nd in the third, 129th, and 138th in the fourth, with the former being part of the Rashid Shaheed trade with the Seahawks, along with the 169th pick in the fifth, and the latter 4th-round pick coming as a compensatory selection due to the loss of Paulson Adebo in free agency, along with limited snaps by Isaac Yiadom to maintain it. Rounding things out, the Saints' final pick will be the 185th pick in the 6th round, with no 7th-round pick due to the Devon Vele trade, which now looks much better in light of the much-needed big-bodied receiver getting more opportunities and showing he was well worth what was given up for him. So without further ado, here is a full Saints mock draft from pick 5 all the way to 185, which, by the way, will include trades. As of right now, the draft order is Giants, Raiders, Titans, and Browns selecting before the Saints. And since Shough has shown starting quarterback material, the ideal player in demand has been Arvell Reese of Ohio State. The do-it-all pass rusher/hybrid linebacker looks to be a player that just about fits in any system. But in this scenario, he's taken first overall by the Giants. Again, trades are an option in this draft, and here the Jets jump up to second to take Oregon quarterback Dante Moore, followed by the Titans adding an impact player at receiver to support their quarterback Cam Ward, and Fernando Mendoza going 4th overall to the Cleveland Browns. While some may disagree with the selections made by the respective teams, particularly with the red-hot Mendoza lasting all the way to the 4th pick, our focus is strictly on the scenario now in front of the black and gold. With team needs nearly everywhere on both sides of the ball, trading back for more picks is an option, with playmakers and interior offensive linemen at the top of the list on the offensive side of the ball, along with perhaps another pass rusher and elite corner defensively. The Saints could use multiple impact players not only in the draft, but free agency. Trade-back options were presented from the Cowboys, who offered the 15th and 28th picks, the Lions, who offered the 17th and 50th picks along with the 2027 second and third rounder, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, who offered the 20th pick in the first round along with the 51st in the second, along with their 2027 first and third round picks. While these were all tempting, the trade back in all 3 scenarios were too far back, therefore, we stood pat. With perhaps a shocking move, we select Notre Dame superstar running back Jeremiah Love. While many think this is way too early for the running back position, especially with players like Ruben Bain and star receivers like Carnell Tate of Ohio State still available, I felt that Love brings an entire identity to the offense to go with Shough and receivers Chris Olave and Devon Vele. A field-stretching speed receiver can be added a bit later, perhaps in the draft, to complement the route running of Olave and the tough, over-the-middle style of Vele. Also, in the case of players like Bain, I felt a sense of redundancy with hand-in-the-dirt players like Chase Young and Carl Granderson. The Saints need a 3-4 outside linebacker type to go along with what they have, and Love feels like the better play to give the offense the kick it needs. We address more of the prototype needed in Brandon Staley's 3-4 defense in the second round, where at pick 36 in the second round we grabbed Texas Tech edge/linebacker Romello Height, one of the more underrated prospects in the draft. The 6'3" Height has 9 sacks on the season, and is PFF's 27th rated prospect in the entire draft, and is a stand-up pass rusher that complements both Chase Young and Carl Granderson, neither of whom should be dropping back in coverage. This adds to a defensive unit flourishing under defensive coordinator Brandon Staley, but still needing more of a consistent pass rush. We follow up at pick 72 in the third round with the massive 6'3", 325-pound defensive tackle from Iowa State, Dominique Orange. A young run stuffer is needed alongside Devon Godshaw and the veteran Nathan Shepard, and Orange fits the bill. In the first our fourth-round picks, we went with offensive line depth, selecting guard Caden Green, a 6'5", 320-pound interior offensive lineman from Missouri. Lining up primarily on the left side, Green he can compete with current guard Dylan Raduns or possibly even start. To obtain a starter on the O-line in the fourth round would be a massive win, if by chance that were to happen. Moving on the pick 138 in the fourth round, we select South Carolina wide receiver Nick Harbor. On paper, Harbor looks like a perfect complement to the route running of Olave and the contested catch toughness of LA. Harbor has track star speed, averaging 20 yards per catch. They supplement the cornerback room in the fifth round pick 146 with Keontae Scott of Miami. A 6-foot, 195-pounder has 3 sacks to go along with 5 passes defended and 1 interception. He provides insurance in case the team loses Alante Taylor, who's in the final year of his contract. If they bring him back, Scott provides depth. We round things out at 169 with Matt Gulbin, a 6'4" center from Michigan State. Eric McCoy has been hurt frequently and needs depth behind him. Gulbin and current Saints undrafted free agent Torricelli Simpkins can compete for reps there. And finally at 185 in the sixth round with tight end Eli Stowers of Vanderbilt. He has 62 catches and 4 touchdowns on the year and has sleeper potential written all over him. The New Orleans Saints have a long road back to prominence, but with their quarterback potentially now in place, along with another quality draft in 2026, and finally having cap relief, what initially seemed like a long road back, maybe just right around the corner.